Hello, all three viewers. My name is Pineapple Taco, and I'm here to bitch about stuff today. A couple weeks ago, I made a video criticizing the anti-vaccination crowd because I was trying to find something to supplement my very mediocre gameplay. And the only thing that I've ever really been able to come back to is that I like bitching about things, because who doesn't? And it's probably an untapped market on YouTube. I've never seen a video where someone complains about something, so it's pretty new ground I'm breaking here. So I decided to come up with a name for this series, and it took me about 30 or 40 seconds while I was at work to come up with Grumbling about stuff and games. And I would say bitching about stuff and video games, but I don't think I can put that in the title without some kind of YouTube rule breaking or something. So for this episode of Grumbling About Stuff and Games, I'm going to talk about the stupid meaning behind supporting the troops. Now I'm putting supporting the troops in quotations because there's always the meaning underneath supporting the troops is when you hear someone say that, it means you have to be in lockstep with every aspect of the military: defense spending, invading foreign lands, engaging enemy combatants, whatever the case may be. You have to be in lockstep with that. If you criticize it, then you, as an American, have to use battery acid to remove the bald eagle tattoo that you are born with. So, personally, I don't want to scrub off my bald eagle tattoo with battery acid. So I'm going to try and explain my position why supporting the troops and that connotation really annoys me. And the biggest reason is that support comes in a lot of different ways. For example, if I have a bad day, the way I might receive emotional support from my mother is very different from the support I'd receive from my fiance, and I'd prefer they not be very similar. So so because I'm not wearing my American just because I'm not wearing my American flag Speedo and chugging a Budweiser while some shitty country music blares behind me and I'm screaming to, my different colored neighbors that our boys in the military are about to kick some ass, doesn't mean that I can't be supportive. And so I agree that sometimes military intervention is a necessary thing. There's no getting around that. However, from my perspective, if I were to sign up for the military, a job where maiming and death is a very real possibility, I would prefer it to be a far-fetched possibility. I'll give you an example. There's always the chance that I don't make rent next month, and I could be thrown out on my ass. Now, I'd like to think that jumping in front of an expensive car and hoping for a nice insurance payout is like my third option for solving that problem. Behind making a deposit at the local sperm bank and testing experimental drugs for a shady corporation. My personal version of supporting the troops actually comes with the VA hospital. I've spent enough time in my life in VA hospitals to think that the best way you can support the troops would be to advocate for better care in hospitals designated to take care of them. Maybe make sure that they have up-to-date technology instead of scheduling software that was made before I was born, and make sure that they're adequately staffed. So, when, say, your grandfather does a face plant into the asphalt and comes up looking like Two-Face from Batman, maybe he doesn't have to wait 12 hours to see someone about that, which did happen. Or maybe when military intervention happens, maybe we could set it up so that our that their hospitals are adequately prepared and they have good programs to help, Soldier Bob come back from the war. And while he's suffering from PTSD, his best option for solving that problem is not waiting for the sweet embrace of dementia to take the memories away from him. That way, they can enjoy things like